Throughout this week, I share with y'all my thoughts on things that can happen and things that, scenarios that they can come true if they want to make, the new president-elect's life a living hell once he gets power. Now, I also mentioned to you all a slim possibility, and it happened throughout history, when a so-called savior comes into power, and it turns into a tyrant. And I said that happened into history because it happened in my country. It happens where I was born. Now, that video, quite honestly, I saw a lot of good comments and a lot of bad comments. And throughout the entire week, honestly, on the scenarios that I put forth, it's just scenarios that it can actually happen. Well, people were literally blind by ideology. No, it would never happen here. It would never happen here, Billy. Well, let me tell you something. If you have that rigid belief and you cannot critically think, and you have those ideology blinders on, well, I gotta tell you that your mind is not prepared. You, in order to have a prepared mindset, you have to be able to be flexible, to see beyond what's in front of you. And that concerns me greatly, because when you really start thinking about those things and you are unable to see the possibilities and the probabilities that things can actually happen, well, what are you doing? Are you a threat now to my group and towards me because you are unable to think beyond what's in front of you? Here's the thing. There is such a thing as danger in, as they call, an echo chamber. When people are stuck in ideological bubbles, they often ignore the signs that are in front of them. And that right there is tunnel vision. When you have tunnel vision, you don't know what's going on around you. And trust me on this, if you're ever going to get slapped, most of the times it's going to come from the side. So that right there is a huge failure that I am actually seeing currently right now. So you have to understand too the idea of, well, it will never happen here. Well, how can you say that? How can you say that when you have seen it happen in other places over and over and over in history? Always repeat itself. Always. Why? Because, again, same thing. People are blind by ideology, and they just see this way, and they march forward with that idea in their heads, and they're gonna destroy everything. And a lot of times, their excuse is, I'm just following orders. No, that's not an excuse, but they still do it. And atrocities have been committed all over the world with that mindset. And you have to understand that if you have it, that is a dangerous mindset to have, because you are not being flexible at all. You need to be a critical thinker. You need to criticize everything that you see coming from the government. It doesn't matter whether or not you cast the vote for the president right now. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you have to look out after your family. And if you see something that you may not like, think about it. Even if things that you like, think about it. Think about it, because that is your responsibility to keep government in check. It's not just about follow them blindly. No, you need to question everything they do, because even the good ones make mistakes. Again, flexibility is a key to survival, and you need to be flexible, not only on your plans, but on your thinking as well. Because an unprepared mind, quite honestly, is literally as threatening as an unprepared person. Plain and simple. It don't matter whether or not you have hundreds of pounds of rice and everything in your house, that you can live for a whole year. But if your mind is unprepared because you are blind by ideology, then you are no better than an unprepared person who never took the time to put any preps away. You are no better than them, honestly. In fact, you actually may be even more danger than them, because you have tools that they can actually harm those who are flexible to foresee beyond what's in front of them. Think about that. I want to leave you with this. There is a cost to that blind ideology. And that cost can be you losing pretty much everything. The things that I mentioned in this channel are probabilities. Can they happen? Absolutely. They can definitely happen. Has it happened? Not yet. In some cases they have. I mean, I did share with you what happened to those buildings. It's completely up to you whether or not you read what I put in the description. I will say this though. If you are blind by ideology and that is the way that you're gonna operate, I mean, perhaps this is not the place for you. I'm gonna tell you like this because I want to avoid headaches, because I am quite frankly tired of comments, you know, like there is no thoughts on those and on the comments. I want to engage with people who think beyond what's in front of them. I know it's really hard. Thinking is really hard, but it's required if you want to be in the preparedness community. You have to really think. You can be a follower or you can be a thinker. One of the two. If you choose to go the blind ideology and just march forward with whatever they tell you, that is completely up to you. I will say this, however. Eventually you will find yourself in a tyranny. Eventually you're going to find yourself in a place that you're not going to like. And eventually you're going to see those who you follow are going to be a huge disappointment. Simply enough because you refuse to critically think and criticize those people. That is just the way it goes. Now, you may go to your grave without criticizing who you follow, but I will tell you this. That mindset is very dangerous. And if you want to thrive, if you really want to thrive, and you want a better world, you better leave that mindset behind. Because that mindset will only give you headaches. It will only give your family hardship. And it will only put you in chains. That is a guarantee. With that being said, I hope you have a great one. Like always, rock on, prep on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.